Ontario Construction News Daily Podcast, Monday, April 21st, 2025. We're kicking things off with a look at the province's housing crunch. A new report shows a huge gap between population growth and new home construction. Then, we'll dive into the controversy surrounding the Ontario Place redevelopment, with a review now underway following some serious allegations. Stay tuned. A new report reveals a concerning trend in Canada. Despite a massive population boom since the pandemic, the number of new homes being built is basically the same as it was in the 1970s. That's right, while the population has tripled, new housing starts haven't kept up. In 2023, there were over 5 new residents for every new home built, a record high. While things improved slightly in 2024, the ratio is still way above the historical average. Experts say this massive mismatch is a major factor in Canada's worsening housing affordability crisis. And unless things change, the problem will only get worse. Construction's begun on Oshawa's exciting new urban square. Work started this month on the Bond Simcoe site, with crews busy prepping the ground. Think digging, demolition, and getting all the underground services ready. They're aiming for a fall 2025 completion. This $2.2 million project, handled by Hawkins Contracting, will be a major hub for community events, breathing new life into downtown Oshawa. It's part of the larger Plan 2030 revitalization. Phase 2 even includes a public art installation in 2026. The city says the urban square will create vibrant and inviting public spaces, and you can find updates at oshawa.ca/urbansquare. Ontario's Premier Doug Ford is ordering a review of a 95-year lease with Therm Canada, following a New York Times investigation. The Times alleges Therm misrepresented its experience to win the Ontario Place redevelopment bid, claiming to operate multiple spas when it actually only had one. Therm says the allegations are inaccurate, but the Times reports show the company was operating at a loss at the time, with less than $1 million in equity. Opposition parties want the deal cancelled, citing concerns about fairness and transparency, echoing a previous Auditor General's report that criticized the procurement process. While Infrastructure Minister Kinga Surma highlights job creation, Ford calls the spa a small part of a larger project, promising a thorough review of the contract. Hey everyone! Sudbury's hosting an open house on April 30th to chat about a new housing development in Isilda. It's happening from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Lionel E. Lalonde Center, room 106. They're planning to build around 417 units, a mix of affordable and market-priced homes, while keeping the existing sports fields. This is all part of Sudbury's bigger plan to create more housing options for everyone. You can check out a site map and give your feedback at the open house. For more details on Sudbury's housing strategy, head to greatersudbury.ca/housing strategy. Ontario's open to working with Toronto on those controversial bike lane removals. Last year, the province passed a law to remove lanes on Bloor, Yonge, and University, sparking protests. But now there's a possible compromise: keeping bike lanes while adding a car lane. The province says it's willing to collaborate, as long as Toronto covers its costs. Mayor Chow's optimistic, saying it could be a win-win. This comes as a legal challenge against the lane removals is set for court next week. While the province says gridlock costs billions, they've also said they're not against bike lanes, just prefer them off major roads. That's all the time we have for today's Ontario Construction News Daily Podcast, Monday, April 21st, 2025. We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out next time. This podcast was created with the help of AI. Thanks for listening. Would you and your company be interested in becoming the featured sponsor for only $495 a month? Reach out to Chase via email chase@ontarioconstructionnews.com to get more details.